Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Going to be giving you my predicted 11 for Manchester United's game against West Ham in the EFL Cup third round. So I'm expecting Solskjaer to rotate heavily. Man United will go with the 4-2-3-1 formation. So in goal, I'm going to go with Tom Heaton. I think he'll come in for David De Gea. We brought Tom Heaton in on a free transfer from Aston Villa. He signed a 2-year contract with Man United with an option of a third year. To Tom Heaton's credit, he did well throughout pre-season. Obviously, we brought Tom Heaton in as a backup. At right back, I'm going to go with Diego Dalot. I think he'll come in for Wan-Bissaka. Diego Dalot is our second choice right back. To Diego Dalot's credit, he did well throughout pre-season. There's a chance he will leave Manchester United in January. Well, when the summer transfer window was open, it did say that Borussia Dortmund were in talks with Man United to sign Diego Dalot. There was interested in a loan with an option to buy next summer, and two other clubs were in for Diego Dalot. But towards the end of the summer transfer window, it said Diego Dalot is very likely to stay at Manchester United. Last season, Diego Dalot had a loan spell with AC Milan, so he gained some experience. We got Diego Dalot 3 years ago from Porto, paid 19 million for him. He's got a contract with Man United till 2023. The centre-backs, Eric Bailly and Victor Lindelof. I think they'll come in for Raphael Varane and Harry Maguire. Eric Bailly is a decent centre-half. My only element of concern about him is injury prone, so in that aspect he's a liability. Towards the end of last season, Eric Bailly signed a new contract with Man United till 2024. There's an option of a further year. Bailly could be leaving Man United in January. I think we should keep Bailly though as a backup, so if Varane or Maguire get injured, then Bailly is the plan B. Bailly's been at Man United now over 5 years. We got him from Villarreal back in 2016 for 30 million. We brought him in under the Jose Mourinho era. Victor Lindelof. He's had his good games at Man United. He's also had his bad games. I do have my reservations about Lindelof. We got Lindelof from Benfica back in 2017 for 31 million. At left back, Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw's enjoyed a pretty good start to this season. I thought he was good against West Ham on Sunday in the league. You know, he provided width, he got into good positions, showed good attacking intent. His crosses from set pieces were good. Luke Shaw though did give the penalty away in stoppage time because he hit his hand. Luke Shaw was superb last season. In fact, last season he was the best left back in the Premier League. Shaw's been our first choice left back for a while, and he still remains our first choice left back despite the arrival of Alex Telles. And he's had a good career at Man United despite his injuries. He's been with us now for a good 7 years or so he's been a long-serving player at Man United. I think we are in the process of extending his contract. Shaw has just under 2 years left on his current contract. Now the centre midfield, I'm going to go with Donny van de Beek and Matic. I think they'll come in for Fred and McTominay. I'd like Van der Beek to start this game against West Ham. Van der Beek didn't play any part in the league game against West Ham on Sunday. Van der Beek started against Young Boys in the Champions League last week, but he got taken off at half time. And he shouldn't have been taken off at half time in that game because Van der Beek was our best player in the first half of that game. Now, former Everton midfielder and former Liverpool midfielder Don Hutchinson says Donny van de Beek must leave Manchester United to save his career. Well, Paul Ince said not so long ago that Donny van de Beek has absolutely no chance of staying at Manchester United. You know, he's not getting enough game time. The other week, Solskjaer did say that Van der Beek has been working hard to get into the team, and was it before the Newcastle game? Solskjaer said he's prepared to play Donny van der Beek in a two-man midfield. And Solskjaer hints at a new role for Van der Beek this term. The other week, Donny van der Beek told Solskjaer his best position. Van der Beek reckons he will be best served operating as a number 6 or as a number 8. Don't forget, the other week, Van der Beek spoke about his Man United future in an exclusive interview with Rio Ferdinand. And the other week, Van der Beek's agent did a lot of talking. Solskjaer rejected Van der Beek's exit because Everton were close to signing him on loan. Now I'm hearing Inter Milan are interested in him. This season is Van der Beek's second full season at Man United. Last season he made 36 appearances in all competitions, but most of them appearances came from the bench. I recall Van der Beek starting just 4 games in the league last season. I haven't really had much of a perception on him at Man United, but he's good. We got him in a deal worth 40 million. With add-ons included. He's got a contract with Man United till 2025 and he's versatile. He can play in 3 different roles. You know, there's a good chance Van der Beek will leave in January. Matic didn't start against West Ham in the league on Sunday, but he came off the bench and got the assist for Jesse Lingard's winning goal. Matic has had his good games at Man United, he's had his bad games. I've got my reservations about Matic because he's always been a static midfielder and plus he's ageing up. We got Matic from Chelsea back in 2017 in a deal worth 40 million. Matic still gets his chances despite him not being one of our first choice midfielders. He's ahead of Van der Beek surprisingly. Now in the number 10, I'm going to go with Juan Mata. I think he'll come in for Bruno Fernandes. Juan Mata, I'm expecting him to leave at the end of this season when his current contract expires. Earlier on this year, Juan Mata signed a 1-year contract extension. He should have left in this year's summer transfer window, but he didn't. Mata doesn't really get in our 11, and he's lost that yard of pace and is ageing up. But Mata has had a good career at Man United. He's been with us now like 7.5 years. Got him for 40 million from Chelsea back in 2014. Brought him in under the David Moyes era. At the first part of last season, Juan Mata rejected an 18 million a year contract offer to play in Saudi Arabia. Left midfield, I'm going to go with Jesse Lingard. I think he'll come in for Paul Pogba. Jesse Lingard plays this game. He will be reuniting with West Ham again. Jesse Lingard obviously came off the bench on Sunday and scored the winning goal. What a goal it was from Jesse Lingard. When Jesse Lingard came on Sunday, he got a good reception from the West Ham supporters. Last season Lingard enjoyed a 4-month loan spell with West Ham and he made an impact. Prior to the league game against West Ham, Solskjaer said that Lingard will be a Man United player next season. We are looking to extend his contract. Lingard's current contract at Man United expires next year. The other week, Jesse Lingard rejected a new Man United contract offer over playing time concerns despite him being in the last year of his deal. Lingard has been part of the club for a long time. Earlier on this season, Solskjaer did confirm that Lingard remains part of his plans despite that ongoing speculation. Right midfield, I'm going to go with Jadon Sancho. I think he'll come in for Mason Greenwood. Sancho didn't start against West Ham in the league on Sunday, but he did come off the bench. Sancho hasn't enjoyed a great start to his Man United career, but I think Sancho will do well providing that Solskjaer uses him right. It takes some players time to settle in. We got Sancho in a deal worth 78 million with add-ons included. He's under contract with Man United till June 2026. There's an option of a further year. Sancho to Man United was confirmed on the 23rd of July. And the centre forward, I'm going to go with Anthony Martial. I think he'll come in for Cristiano Ronaldo. There's a good chance Martial will leave Man United in January. Martial is not good enough to represent the club. Don't forget, Martial rejected the chance to join Lyon on loan on deadline day. Before the start of the season, though, it said Solskjaer refuses to sell Martial as he remains part of his plans. Last season, Martial was out with a knee injury for a while. He's had 2 good seasons at Man United. He was good in his debut season under Van Gaal and he was good the season before last. Martial's been with us now for like 6 years. He's got 3 years left on his contract. He's scored 78 goals for Man United in all competitions, and we got him in a deal worth 58 million from Monaco back in 2015. So that's how I think Manchester United will line up against West Ham tomorrow in the EFL Cup 3rd round. Marcus Rashford, obviously he's still out at the moment. It said, was it last week, that Marcus Rashford looked sharp in training and he's expected to return in the next couple of weeks. Rashford obviously had a shoulder injury and he had surgery on his shoulder. But when Rashford comes back, we'll look much better. Like I've said to you, Rashford is mostly effective on the left. He's better on the left than he is on the right and up top. I think Alex Telles is still out. Edinson Cavani has also been absent. And Dean Henderson, I think, is still unavailable, but is close to returning. And yeah, that's about it. This will be the second time we are playing West Ham in 3 days. You know, beating them in the league at the London Stadium 2-1 on Sunday. Obviously the goals were from Ben Rama for West Ham. Ben Rama's strike took a huge deflection off Raphael Varane. So West Ham's goal was fortuitous, you've got to say. Our goals, obviously, Ronaldo equalised. Well, Ronaldo's initial first shot was saved by Fabianski, then he got the rebound. That's 4 goals in 3 games for Ronaldo. Ronaldo could have had a couple of other goals as well because he had some other chances.
Charlie,
What?
It's not tomorrow night.
When is it then?
Joyce isn't well enough. The James just texted me. He was just saying she isn't well enough to go to Michelle's for tea tomorrow.
Alright.
So she ain't really going to Michelle's.
Alright.
They've rung Sambuca up. They've rearranged it Sunday at 5 o'clock.
Alright.
Sunday's better, innit?
Alright, yeah.
We'll go and win this tomorrow if this eases off a bit today.
Alright. Yeah, I was just saying, yeah. And Ronaldo got brought down 3 times in the penalty box. So we had 3 penalty appeals rejected. I think 2 of them were Stonewall penalties. And obviously Jesse Lingard scored the winning goal. So there were the goals. Mark Noble for West Ham missed the opportunity to salvage a point. Obviously missed a penalty in stoppage time. David De Gea made a match-winning save. I think Moyes got heavily criticised for, letting Mark Noble take the penalty. I actually thought Declan Rice was going to take the penalty. But reflecting on that win against West Ham in the league, we have extended our unbeaten away run in the Premier League to 29. We haven't lost away from home in the Premier League since January 2020. We've won 4 games out of 5 in the Premier League so far, so we've enjoyed a very good start to the Premier League season. We are 3rd, but we are joint top with Chelsea and Liverpool. So there you go. Now, the last time we won the EFL Cup was back in 2017. We beat Southampton in the final 3-2. We got to the semi-finals of the EFL Cup last season. Man City beat us in the semi-final. Tomorrow, David Moyes will be reuniting with Manchester United yet again. I've got to give David Moyes credit though, he's done really well in his second spell at West Ham. He's transformed them He's been at West Ham for almost 2 years in his second spell. Moyes didn't do well in his first spell at West Ham. He got sacked. And before, Moyes has managed Real Sociedad. He's managed Sunderland. He got sacked from Real Sociedad and Sunderland. The reason he got sacked from Sunderland is because he got them relegated. Also managed Man United for 10 months. We sacked him. David Moyes is probably the worst manager we've ever had. We finished 7th under the David Moyes era. That's the lowest we finished in the Premier League era. Moyes managed Everton before. You've got to say he did a good job at Everton. He was a long-serving manager at Everton. He enjoyed like an 11-year tenure with them. And before, he's managed Preston. You know, last season, West Ham enjoyed a very good season to their standards. I think they finished, 5th or 6th last season. They just missed out on a Champions League place. West Ham would have been a bit fatigued in that game though on Sunday, because obviously they played against Dynamo Zagreb in the Europa League. West Ham did beat them 2-0. I'm expecting West Ham to rotate heavily for this game. West Ham have got Antonio. He's a good player. He was a big miss for West Ham on Sunday. But I think he'll be in contention to play in this game. He was suspended for the game on Sunday. West Ham have also got Pablo Fornals. You know, he's also very good. You know, he played in the game on Sunday. They've got Ben Rama. He's good. He played on Sunday. West Ham got him from Brentford. Jared Bowen. You know, they've also got him. I think he's made an impact at West Ham. I thought he played well on Sunday. Had a couple of chances. You know, he had one. De Gea produced a good save with his feet. And the other chance Jared Bowen had came from a mistake from Harry Maguire. West Ham have also got Souček. You know, I think he's made an impact at West Ham. They've also got Lanzini. You know, didn't start on Sunday, but he came on. Another one of West Ham's key players is Declan Rice. Man United have been linked with Declan Rice. It said a few weeks ago that Man United identified Declan Rice as number 1 midfield transfer target for next summer. It said Declan Rice is likely to leave West Ham next summer as he targets a club offering Champions League football. He said Solskjaer is confident on the Declan Rice transfer. I think his price tag is 100 million. When this year's summer transfer window was open, it said Solskjaer wants Rice, and it did say that Declan Rice was unhappy with West Ham's 100 million price tag. He's rejected a few contract offers at West Ham. He's got 3 years left on his contract at West Ham. He's been at West Ham now for a good 7 years or so. So he's remained loyal to them for a long time. Rice is predominantly a holding midfielder, but he can also be deployed as a centre-half. West Ham have also got Vladimir Kufal. He played on Sunday. They've got Craig Dawson as well. I think in this year's summer transfer window they got Craig Dawson permanently. At one point they did have him on loan. West Ham got him from Watford. West Ham have also got Alex Kral, who they brought in this year's summer transfer window. They've got Vlasic. Vlasic made his debut on Sunday and produced a good performance. They brought him in this year's summer transfer window. They've got Zuma. He made his home debut on Sunday, and he played very well on Sunday, Zuma. Made some very good interventions. West Ham have got Areola. I think he's a goalkeeper. They brought him in this year's summer transfer window. West Ham have got Aaron Cresswell, very good left back. I rate him a lot. Ogbonna, he's a decent centre half. They've also got Issa Diop, who's one of their centre halves. They've got Yarmolenko. To be honest with you, I don't really rate Yarmolenko. I think there's some West Ham fans that don't rate him. They've also got Ryan Fredericks. They've got Fabianski. I think he's West Ham's first choice goalkeeper now. He did very well on Sunday. Made some very, very good saves. Don't forget West Ham lost Sebastian Haller. A lot of people reckoned that Haller wasn't good enough for West Ham. That's why West Ham offloaded him. I thought he did well, to be honest with you. They also offloaded Robert Snodgrass to West Brom. They loaned Frederick Ibsen out. They also offloaded Felipe Anderson. The only injury West Ham have got is Winston Reid. But I'm expecting Man United to win tomorrow. Like I've said, we've got a very good record against West Ham. We seldom lose to them. The last time West Ham won at Old Trafford was 14 years ago, and it was a goal from Carlos Tevez. Our next league game is Aston Villa, Saturday, 12:30 kick-off. On my next video, I will be giving you some more news on Paul Pogba, and I'll give you a bit more news on Donny van de Beek. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very, very soon.